Have you ever wondered what secrets lie buried with the dead? We often think of Egyptian pharaohs wrapped in linen, but the world of mummies is far stranger and more mysterious than you can imagine. From bodies perfectly preserved in box to children sacrificed on icy mountaintops, these are not just ancient remains, they're silent storytellers, frozen in time. Today, we're counting down the top 7 most mysterious mummies ever discovered, each with a tale that will challenge everything you thought you knew about the past. So, settle in, and let's unwrap these incredible stories together. Starting our countdown at number 7 is the Tallinn Man. Discovered in a Danish bog in 1950. This man was so well preserved that his finders initially thought he was a recent murder victim. But the truth was far older. The Tallinn Man lived during the 4th century BC, over 2,000 years ago. The acidic, low-oxygen environment of the bog preserved his skin, hair, and even the stubble on his chin in astonishing detail. You can see the wrinkles on his forehead and the calm, peaceful expression on his face. But here's the mystery. Round his neck was a tightly drawn noose made of braided animal hide. Was he a criminal executed for his crimes, or was he a willing sacrifice to the gods of the bog? The last meal in his stomach, a simple porridge of grains and seeds, offers few clues. The Tallinn Man's serene expression in death makes his violent end all the more puzzling, leaving us to wonder about the beliefs and rituals of Iron Age people. At number 6, we have the beauty of Lulan. Unearthed in the Tarim Basin in western China, this mummy is over 3,800 years old. What makes her so fascinating isn't just her incredible preservation, but her appearance. With her long, reddish blonde hair, high cheekbones, and sharp nose, she looks distinctly European. She was buried in simple but elegant woolen clothing with a feathered hat and leather boots. Her discovery completely rewrote the history of ancient China, suggesting that people from the West had migrated to and settled in this region much earlier than previously thought. But who was she? Was she part of a lost tribe of Celtic or Indo-European people who made their way to the heart of Asia? Genetic studies have confirmed her European ancestry, but the full story of her people, their journey, and their ultimate fate remains one of archaeology's greatest enigmas. Coming in at number 5 are the Guanajuato mummies of Mexico. And like most mummies on our list, these were not intentionally preserved. They are the result of a bizarre natural phenomenon. In the mid-19th century, the city of Guanajuato instituted a burial tax. If families couldn't pay, their deceased relatives were disinterred. To everyone's surprise, many of the bodies had been naturally mummified by the region's dry, mineral-rich soil. What's truly unsettling about these mummies are their expressions. Many have their mouths wide open, their faces twisted in what looks like agony. This led to a terrifying local legend that people were buried alive during a cholera outbreak. While historians now believe these expressions are simply the result of jaw muscles relaxing after death, their haunting appearance makes them one of the most macabre collections of mummies in the world. They are a chilling reminder of our own mortality, displayed in a museum that feels more like a house of horrors. Our 4th most mysterious mummy is Tsi the Iceman, discovered by hikers in the Tyrol Alps on the border of Austria and Italy in 1991. Tsi is Europe's oldest known natural human mummy. He lived around 3,300 BC during the Copper Age. The ice preserved him so perfectly that scientists have been able to study his health, his last meal, his clothing, and even his 61 tattoos. But the biggest mystery is how he died. Initially, it was believed he froze to death in a blizzard. But a later X-ray revealed a stone arrowhead lodged in his left shoulder, which would have severed a major artery. This wasn't an accident. Tsi was murdered. He also had a deep cut on his hand, suggesting he fought his attacker, who was chasing him in the high Alps. And why? Was it a personal conflict, a tribal dispute, or was he a shaman or chieftain fleeing a rival? C's body is a 5,300-year-old crime scene, and the killer's identity is a secret the ICE will likely keep forever. Breaking into our top 3 is Rosalia Lombardo, lying in a glass coffin in the Capuchin catacombs of Palermo, Sicily, is the body of a 2-year-old girl who died of pneumonia in 1920. Nicknamed Sleeping Beauty, she is one of the last people to be interred in the catacombs and is perhaps the most famous. Her preservation is astonishing. With her blonde hair and peaceful face, she looks as if she could wake up at any moment. For decades, the secret to her preservation was lost. It was only in the 2000s that the formula, created by an embalmer named Alfredo Salafia, was rediscovered. It was a mixture of formalin, zinc salts, alcohol, and other chemicals. But the real mystery is a strange phenomenon witnessed by visitors. Many claim that her eyes appear to open and close throughout the day. Scientists believe this is an optical illusion caused by light filtering through the coffin at different angles, combined with the natural settling of her eyelids. But for those who see it, it's a hauntingly beautiful and slightly creepy miracle. At number 2, we journey to the Andes Mountains to meet the children of Lelilaco. In 1999, at the summit of a volcano over 22,000 feet high, archaeologists discovered the frozen bodies of 3 Inca children, a 13-year-old girl known as the Maiden, a younger girl, and a young boy. They were part of an Inca ritual sacrifice called Capacoca, which took place over 500 years ago. Their preservation is the best of any mummy ever found. Their organs are intact, blood is still present in their hearts, and their skin and facial features are undamaged. The mystery lies in the details of their final months. Chemical analysis of their hair shows that in the year before their death, their diet changed dramatically to include elite foods like maize and llama meat. It also shows they were consistently sedated with coca leaves and alcohol, with consumption spiking in the final weeks. Were they chosen for this honor and treated like royalty before their end? The Maiden was found with her head slumped forward, as if she simply fell asleep in the freezing cold. It's a deeply tragic and profound glimpse into the spiritual world of the Inca Empire. And finally, the most mysterious mummy ever discovered is the Lady Dai, or Shinjui. She was the wife of a high-ranking Han Dynasty official who died around 163 BC. When her tomb was discovered in China in 1971, archaeologists were not prepared for what they found. Floating in a strange, reddish fluid inside a series of 4 nested coffins, her body was in a state of preservation that defies belief. After more than 2,000 years, her skin was still soft and elastic, her hair was intact, and her joints could still bend. An autopsy revealed that all her internal organs were in pristine condition. They were even able to determine her last meal melons and her cause of death, a massive heart attack. How was this possible? Her body was encased in 20 layers of silk, and the tomb was sealed with charcoal and white clay, creating an airtight, sterile environment. But the mysterious fluid she was submerged in remains an unsolved puzzle. The Lady Dai mummy represents a level of ancient preservation technology that we still don't fully understand, making her the undisputed queen of mysterious mummies. From the bogs of Denmark to the peaks of the Andes, these mummies are more than just historical artifacts. They are human beings with stories to tell. They connect us to our distant past in a visceral, deeply personal way, reminding us that every life leaves a trace. Which mummy's story did you find the most fascinating? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mysterious histories. See you next time.